Hi, I'm Ben Masters. This is my cameraman, Chris Mallon. Today on Building Tough, we explore the world of framing construction. We are going to cover the individual building components that come together to construct a typical garden shed. Go. Now our first component is the bottom plate, also known as the sole plate. These are usually made out of 2x4s, 2x6s, and correspond with your studs. Now this is your double top plate. Usually can form to 2x4s or 2x6s. They also correspond to the same dimensions as your sole plate. Now these are your studs. They are your vertical members running from your top plate to your bottom plate. They're usually made out of 2x4s for inside your shed. Since these are non-load bearing partitions, that's what we're going to use. If we were building a house, they'd be probably made out of 2x6s on the outside wall. Now, the reason we've got different spacing is for the amount of insulation that you might want to put in your shed. Now, when we're installing studs, we're going to place them 16 inches on center, and that's because when we go to install drywall or trim, we know exactly where to put our screws, and we don't fill our drywall full of dirty holes. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, if this big, long 2x4 is a stud, what do you call this? This is a cripple stud. It's meant to take the weight from the sill and distribute it via the sole plate to the ground. Now, when two walls intersect, we build a corner. And there's a special way we build these corners. We build them such so that we can install interior finishes and have a solid surface with which to nail them and screw them by. Or you can install exterior finishes, such as cedar sliding. Go. Now, when you're building a shed, you might want to install some windows. This is a header. This provides support over where the window opening is going to be. And what gives the header support are things called jack studs. They're meant to run the full length from the header to the sole plate. And to support the jack stud, we're going to nail it into this stud here, which is called the header. Now, your jack stud is meant to run full length, like I said, from your header to your sole plate. You're not supposed to cut it at the sill and then lead it continuing back down to the sole plate. Building Tough would like to thank our sponsors, Tim Hortons.
Yeah, so you have to make it so that it's in there and everything's cut out.
That's all the time today we have on Building Tough. I'm Ben Masters, that's my cameraman Chris Mallon. Tune in next week when we show you how to put a stone veneer on the birdhouse.